was like, please, Marvin, don't be mad, but the camera guy wants to come. Picking stories. And y'all gotta understand what picking is now. You leave on Monday, you start riding down the road, you say, hey, let's pull over, let me check that house. My name's Matt Ledbetter, I'm here to buy anything old. I live in North Carolina, I'm up here on a big buying trip. Absolutely, I'd love to look at the bottles down in the basement. And you go down in the basement and there's all this pottery or whatever it is. So we're picking in Pennsylvania, me and my partner Adam, and I'll never forget this. We're in this new neighborhood, and you don't want to be in a new neighborhood. You're mostly like, oh, get us out of this neighborhood. There's no old people here. Young people don't have they buy their from Target. So we're in this neighborhood, and we're like, all right, we're going to get out of here. But I see this guy in his garage. So I was like, actually, pull in there and let me talk to him. He was young, probably like 40. I was 26 at the time. He goes, you know, I'm on my lunch. I don't have time, but just look at this. So he brings out this lighter. I didn't even know it was a lighter. It was about that big. It was a bar, and it had this black face metal thing on it, a black face figure, and you pressed a button, and it was a butler, and the light came out of the tray. I was like, I mean, I'll give you $10 for it. He's like, okay, yeah, sure, take it. Gave him $10, came back to the truck, told Adam, I was like, I don't know, man, it's pretty cool. We get down to the auction, we set everything up. This is like a Thursday. Now, we were in Pennsylvania, mind you. 3 hotel rooms, 3 nights on the road away from our family, picking hard. Friday night is the auction. We put this little lighter up. Sprang $700. We're like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's picking. The next week, the next Friday, the guy that bought it, not him, everybody else. Did you see what that lighter brought on eBay? It brought $1,700. So we had 3 days, 3 nights in a hotel room to make what we made. He took his down to the auction house and did like this and made more than we made on it. He made $1,000 off of it, less the eBay fees. That's the first time I woke up and said, man, we're out here picking, going hard as hell, dropping this stuff at the auction, and these bums down here who are smart as are making more money than we are. So that is when the internet started up the picking. eBay was the culprit on switching people's minds to, maybe I'll hold this back. Y'all don't understand how devastating I am with $3,000 in my pocket, knocking on a door. When I get down into a basement, you don't understand how devastating I am picking out to buy it. Can you imagine 4 hard days of that, 8 hours a day, what would be in this van? Imagine me not caring what's in the van. I'm taking it to the auction and I'm selling it the next night. Now imagine me picking out the best 10 items and putting them on eBay and selling everything else. You see what I'm saying? So it went from 7 pickers bringing in incredible loads and everything going into the auction for Friday night. It went from that to the pickers holding back their top 10 items and putting them on eBay. So the sale ended up missing 80 great items. And y'all gotta understand this. I'm talking about an auction house where my dad paid $1,500 for a painting and it brought $43,000. Where another picker paid $1,500 for a painting and it brought $750,000. So when I'm talking about picking, I'm talking about real money making picking. Everything's legal. The only thing we got is this knowledge. It appears that I need to get over.
Where are we going?
Today we're not picking. We are going to Marvin Bailey's. He's a folk potter from South Carolina. Been a potter for about 25 years. And he makes the elusive eyeball jug. So we're going up to pick up pottery for the auction. Marvin, the first time I bought pottery from Marvin like this, I bought 350 pieces.
350?
Yes. I have like 2,000 pieces of pottery. Well, I hate to say it, but a lot of it's boxed up. And I really do hate to say that because I feel like art needs to breathe. And you'll hear that in the art world. I don't necessarily want to sell this, but it's not doing any good in my closet. So let's let it breathe, because if I sell it, they're gonna hang it up on the wall. It's number 50 to me, but it's gonna be number 1 to somebody. Your first Benny Carter, you're like, oh my God, this is a Benny Carter, so you put it on the wall. Well, then you get one that's better than that, and you have space on the wall, so you get another one on the wall. Then you get a Sam the Dot Man on the wall. So now your wall's covered with 3 pieces of art, which is about all you need in some walls. Well, fast forward 10 years later, you've got 150 Benny Carters, you've got 25 Sam the Dot Mans. What do you do with the other ones? You've already got your wall hung. What do you do with them? They go in the closet. They stack up. My buddy Ron had big pieces of furniture, and behind the big pieces of furniture there were 300 pieces of art stacked up against the wall. The term is let it breathe. We got to let this art breathe. And I feel that way about Marvin stuff. I got a lot of Marvin boxed up. You got to let the art breathe. And as my good friend Ron said, it's not the art that you buy that you regret. It's the ones that you don't buy. Those are the ones that you always regret. Do you miss Richard?
Very much.
Do you wish you would have bought more art from him while he was around you?
That's the only art that you regret, is the ones you didn't get. It's not nothing that you ever buy. It's what you didn't get.
I can't get my jerky open. See, look at all the little pottery he's got right here. I'm at Marvin Bailey's, and I'm gonna try not to freak out, but I'm gonna buy every piece of pottery he's got.
Come on in, Matt.
Where's my keys at? So usually what we do, we're gonna fill this table with all the ones that we're gonna take to auction. We always get some highball jugs. How many you wanna do? I love the traditional alkaline glaze. That's the one I like for me. You definitely want to auction the big one, right?
Yeah, big one and a small one.
Old Blue Eyes. Gonna do a devil and an Abraham.
Devil. Runny glaze on this. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really
Yeah,
cool.
It's got 13 bears
God.
on it.
Wow.
That's a lot of work. Double face jug, the good and the bad.
Yeah, it does.
I will say this, that one will be easier to ship. Are those snakes like down on that one? That's pretty insane.
It just looks bigger on that smaller pot. You know, more snake.
This is still gonna be a bitch to ship, but we're gonna do it.
So how many pieces you got?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 26. First 26. Pretty good. Did that come out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Did you expect that?
No.
I've been flipping pottery since I was 5. Eyeball jug. Flipping an eyeball jug, baby. Diapers. This video will only be good when we're all dead. Like, how cool would it be to have video of Verlin Craig at this point? But it's only cool because he's dead. Or like Howard Smith actually going into the James Harold Jennings environment, getting a gun pulled on him.
That happened?
Yeah, James Harold Jennings would pull a gun on about everybody. Wrapping up pottery, boys. Wrapping up the pottery now. Hey, now gonna be 10, 10, hey, now gonna be 25, here, now gonna be 35, 45, 50. My vote is on that one.
Yeah.
One time somebody said, way to haul the folk art. It really looks like you're taking care of it. Bro. Yeah, break. It's folk art, man. It's supposed to be hauled around nasty. Alright, hold on.
That's that one. What does this do?
This is just kneading the clay. It's like getting the air out of it. I hope it throws good.
Tig pooped in the house.
No, I meant here.
Oh. Marvin is making a jug. What is that? What does the dryer do?
Just stiffens the clay up a little bit at the bottom.
Hey, guys.
The hard part is getting the clay to go inward to do the spout. It's easy to get the clay to go outward, just the way the wheel's spinning.
So we're watching Marvin Bailey make a jug, and I assume this is going to be a face jug. I don't know if he can put the features on it today. Doesn't it have to dry?
If it dries about 3-4 hours, you'll be able to finish it up.
Have you ever tried to grow a jug?
Man, when I was in college, I couldn't even get the clay centered. In the first step, center the clay.
Yep. Wedging, centering it, opening the bottom up, pulling cylinders. If you can do that, you can do, just throw any form. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Looks like a good old Chester Webster lip.
Well, appreciate that.
That's prettier lip than any North Carolina pottery.
Really, huh?
Besides Chester Webster.